What's up, Royals? I'm Kai. Hope you're doing well, and I have a clutch of eggs to cut in this video. This is either going to be absolutely amazing or confusing. Let me know if you guys spot the Desert Ghost Clown. This is the most anticipated clutch. As you can see, we got one that already pipped. So of course we are looking for the double recessive DG Clown. We have, I think, 1 in 8 chance, but of course we only have 6 eggs. So not the best odds, but it is doable. And I'm hoping that we can hit that double recessive. So right off the bat, we got one that pipped. Can't really tell from just the nose, so we're gonna have to open this up just a little bit more. Let's see if I can get this to go back in first. There we go. And here we go, our first egg. It does not look like a clown, but it does look like a desert ghost, a pastel desert ghost, possibly an Enchi. That's possibly an Enchi. You know what? It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, I see some banding there, but then I see the regular alien heads up here. There's some banding in here. There's some banding for sure. I mean, pretty good start, to be honest. I mean, it's not the double visual, but at least you got one of the visuals. And you know what? Because the dad is a visual clown, Het DG, that means that this one we know to be 100% Het for clown. So we got a DG, 100% Het clown, at least a pastel, possibly Enchi. So not a bad way to start. But let's see if we can increase our luck a little bit with the second one. Come on. Only 6 chances. 5 chances left. Come on. Please, 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 please. What? What? That's really weird. Why does this look kind of brownish in color? Oh, no. No, that can't. I was going to say super, but only the female has pastel. The male is an Enchi clown. Female is a pastel double Het. Sorry, the male is a Enchi clown Het DG. Female is a pastel double Het. So why does this look a little faded? Maybe this is the... I mean, this has to be another DG. Can't really see the head. Is that the head in the middle? I think that is the head. I see some blushing. Another pastel DG for sure. 100% Het clown. Yeah, that's definitely the head. But why is this so faded? Maybe this doesn't make any sense. We definitely need an update once these come out, because this one doesn't make any sense to me. I've hatched Enchi. I've hatched Desert Ghost with Enchi and pastel, and I don't recall seeing like this faded out blacks on them. That is a weird one. That is weird. It almost looks like an Ultramel, but darker. Not as like, doesn't have those like tan, lavender, rich colors. It's more like a grayish color, but it's got the bright yellows from the Desert Ghost, so it's kind of looking a little bit brownish. All right, let's move on. We got number 3. Come on. Come on, clown. So far we have not hit a clown, and we should be hitting more clowns than Desert Ghosts, because a dad is a visual clown. Hit. Ooh, there's a clown. That is Oh man, this is so hard to tell because it's got pastel in it, but this could be the pastel DG clown. Definitely need to let it come out because pastel clowns in their egg is super, super clean. And this one looks to be like a very, very clean pastel clown. Definitely need to wait for it to shed out and get a couple meals in there, and hopefully it stays as clean as it is right now. Wow, that looks super clean. It almost looks like a super pastel clown right now. So I am really, really hoping that this is the double visual pastel DG clown. That would be fantastic. That would be so awesome. I thought I would be more excited and be like jumping around, but the fact that I can't really tell if it's a double visual just has me kind of holding myself back a little bit. But yeah, that's awesome. So we got visuals, all visuals so far, which means the last three are probably just all normals. That's the way it works. Half and half. The odds gods are not going to let me continue on this streak. That is a Enchi clown. 66% het for DG. So, yeah. Enchi clown for sure. Enchi clown. I don't see pastel in there. Like I said, if there was pastel, it would be more like this, have a silver dorsal. And this one clearly doesn't. And of course we know Enchi cleans the pattern up, pulls everything up into the dorsal. And I really like the fact, really like Enchi clowns with a very, very clean connected dorsal. I just think that looks really nice. But hey, I'll take it. Another visual. Another visual there. I gotta say, this clutch shouldn't even have happened, to be honest. Like the female from this clutch is one of 6. All right, so I hatched 6 pastel double hets, held them all back. They should be going for me in 2023, and of course this one laid in 2022, which is why we are cutting now. That's another weird one, just like the second one. Just like that one. It's so light. You know, usually the pastel DGs, you get so much contrast between the blacks that are super, super dark, and then you get the yellows that are super, super bright and clean. But this is just, I don't understand. This can't, yeah, I don't understand. But I'm happy. I'm happy with another visual DG. That's for sure. I'm hoping it's a visual DG. Yeah, I'm hoping this is visual. I don't, now that I think about it, I don't really know how to identify this. Maybe I'm misidentifying this one and that one right there. They look almost identical. This one's actually even lighter. Wow. Okay. Okay. So far so good, I guess. Let's go. Last one. Last one. Last one. Number 6. That looks like a straight up DG. That's a straight up DG. So that must mean that this is a 100% het for clown. And don't worry about the blood, guys. I should have said this earlier. This one obviously is the one furthest along. It pipped, and you can see there's very little blood vessels on the lining of the egg. And then as I got further on cutting, you can see there's more and more. They're just developing at a slightly different rate. And this one I happened to nick one of the veins, but there's no nerve endings in there, so it doesn't hurt the baby at all. But yeah, they'll be out in like a day or probably even a few hours. I got to make a little dent in here for the egg to sit in, otherwise it'll roll around. But wow, I'm still not sure what these two are, but if they are visual DGs, then and that one too, if that's a visual, that's definitely clown. if these three right here, which are very close in color, if they are visual DGs, I would be over the moon, especially with that one, since we hit the, that would be a double visual. This is a clown. This is the only one that would be 66% het for DG, because if the other ones are all visual DG, they would be 100% het for clown. All right, I'm gonna stop rambling, put these back in the incubator. I will definitely give you an update as soon as they come out of the eggs. So I usually rush and do the update video as soon as all the hatchlings come out of their eggs, but I realized that there may be something else going on here that I don't completely understand, and so I decided to hold off on making the update until they've shed out. Now, all of them have shed except for one of them, but I didn't have questions on that one that didn't shed out. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this update video. This is one, I believe this is the first egg that we cut, and I had believed it to be a pastel desert ghost. Now, obviously, looking at it now, it doesn't look like a pastel desert ghost. You can clearly see the clover or butterfly pattern on its head. This is a very indicative of a pastel enchi combination. So this is a het for, this is het for clown, 66% het for desert ghost. You can also see some of the dusting happening along the dorsal. Now this is a very nice example, and I think it's caused by the het influence of desert ghost. I would be surprised if this one doesn't prove out to be desert ghost, but we can only say that she is 66%. And I believe this is a she. Yep. So this is a female pastel enchi het clown, 66% het for desert ghost. So this is the one that didn't shed out yet, but it's very clear that this is a desert ghost. You can see that this one is about to shed. It's still, it's got the grayness up. So this one right here is the one that didn't shed. It's also the one that I have no question as to what it is. And this is a visual desert ghost. That's it, just a plain old visual desert ghost. And I believe this is a male. I did sex these earlier. I think all the visual desert ghosts, it just happened that all the visual desert ghosts are males, and then the other ones are females. So yep, this one, desert ghost, male, 100% het for clown. It's going to be very powerful. If you're already established with your female clowns, then you just take this guy, breed it to all your female clowns, and then you'll get clowns that are 100% het for desert ghost. And that's the hope there. Of course, you'll get other variations as well and other hets, but the least you'll get are double het DG clowns, and then the best you'll get are the visual clowns that are het for desert ghost, and that's 100% het for desert ghost, plus whatever codoms your female clowns carry. So that's a good way to build up that DG clown army and get some visual clowns along the way. So let's switch gears, and this is a visual clown. Now, being a clown here with this pairing that I made with the parents, she can only be 66% het for desert ghost, not 100, because both parents are het for desert ghost. That's what makes this girl a 66% het. But she's a visual clown, and not just a visual clown, but an enchi as well. You can see that tight dorsal pattern. Very nice. The thing that is confusing me about her, and it may be the same thing that I'm confused about on the next three animals that I'm about to show you, but look at her head stamp. This is not a typical enchi head stamp, and I'll show you in just a second what a typical enchi head stamp looks like, but this is not it. You can see there's like this 3-leaf clover in the middle, and that's a little bit confusing to me. Now, the only thing that I could think of causing this is another gene that's floating around in my DG clown project, and that is X-treme gene. So her grandfather was purchased as a pastel X-treme gene clown. Later on, he turned out to be a super pastel X-treme gene clown. So all of her, well, her mom and her aunts are pastel / pastel X-treme gene. and it's really hard to tell Extreme Gene because half of them have like this yellowish pastel look, and then the other half have this, you know, more palish pastel look. But you know, I'm not very familiar with Extreme Gene. If it's in a clown, just Extreme Gene Clown, it's very easy to pick up. Even a pastel Extreme Gene Clown, Super Pastel Extreme Gene Clown, is really easy to pick up the Extreme Gene, but I'm not very familiar with it if it's combined in these other combinations, or without clown. It's kind of hard to see for me. So this girl could be a Enchi Extreme Gene Clown, of course 66% het for Desert Ghost. So yeah, like I said, all the ones that are not Visual DG are females, and that just happened just coincidentally. So real quick, this is the head of a Enchi Clown. Typical Enchi Clown, very tight. Sometimes you don't even have these little pieces that peek out on the side. It's like a harpoon shape or an arrowhead. But yeah, sometimes you have these and it's fine. With the Super Pastels, you definitely don't have much of the jaggedness on the side. It's even a tighter pattern and usually even darker. It's like Super Enchi just takes that head stamp and then condenses it, and so you get a much darker head pattern in the middle. But yeah, this is the Enchi Clown. I think she's 50% het for Desert Ghost, so crossing our fingers on this girl, hoping that she'll prove out. But yeah, I just wanted to show you the head, and you can clearly see that this one and that last hatchling that I hatched out have very, very different head patterns, and I'm guessing that might be the influence from the Extreme Gene. Now take a look at these two. They are both Visual Desert Ghosts, and when they were in the egg, I thought they were the same, but clearly they are different now. I mean, just look at the color, look at the head stamp. So this has the very similar head stamp pattern to the first one I showed you, which was an Enchi Pastel het for Clown, 66% het for Desert Ghost, but this is the Desert Ghost version. So this is Enchi Pastel Desert Ghost, 66% het for Clown. This is a male. What is confusing about this one is that the blacks are not deep black like I was expecting. And I did go on Morph Market and look at other examples, and there are some examples that are what I envision, which is like has the deep black contrast with the bright yellows. But then there's a few that have this kind of look. But remember, I do have Extreme Gene floating around, and if that last female is questionable for Extreme Gene, I would apply that same logic to this boy right here. So this could be questionable as well, possibly have Extreme Gene in it. And then of course this one, same thing. I would expect the blacks to be really black, especially since this one is not a pastel. It doesn't have the blushed out white head like this one. So I think this is at least Enchi Desert Ghost, but Enchi wouldn't cause Desert Ghost to fade out like this. So maybe this one is the Extreme Gene. Enchi Extreme Gene Desert Ghost, and it'll be 100% het for Clown. So if anything, I want to hold this guy back just because of the way it looks. Really nice. Of course, you guys know that there's something even more powerful than these two. So what I was shooting for in this clutch was a double visual DG Clown, and I did manage to hit one of those. So I'm going to show you that one right now. So right here is what I believe to be a double visual DG Clown. I mean, it's obviously Clown. That one is not deniable. Is it DG? Well, I think it is. You don't see any of that dusting or speckling along the top half of the snake. So I think it's a DG. Plus, this creamy color is a kind of indicative of a DG. It's just a characteristic of DG. And it's not only just a double visual, but it's definitely pastel as well. You can see that with the blushed out head. Very clean. And remember, there's Extreme Gene floating around in this project, where at least that's what I think is happening here. And Extreme Gene in the clown takes all of those teardrops that you would normally get in a pastel clown or in a clown, and it breaks it up into these dots, and that's exactly what we have here. So you can see there's not many teardrops. There's a few, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I'm not going to count them all, but nowhere near as what you would expect on a regular clown or a pastel clown or a super pastel clown. So definitely I think this is pastel DG clown for sure, possibly Extreme Gene. I don't think there's Enchi. If there's Enchi, that dorsal will be extremely thin. So yeah, very happy. Definitely a holdback, at least for now, and we'll see if we can hit a double visual with Enchi, and that would be awesome as well. So we have that chance happening in the 2023 season. So cross our fingers and see what we get here, but very happy with this boy. That is one beautiful and powerful DG clown right there. I'm hopeful for that to remain a pastel Desert Ghost clown, possible Extreme Gene. Fingers crossed for that, and if anything changes, I'll make sure to give you guys an update. That about wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel and you want to be informed of future uploads, make sure you're subscribed and ring that notification bell. As always, thanks for watching. Please share, and remember, Royals for life. Peace out.